part 2 of Back to the Basics, again, that you guys requested. So this time, we're gonna be talking sand. What do you put in your sand tray? Now that you've got your sand tray all lined out, okay, well, what do you put in there? So there's several different options that you can use. One, the most cost-effective, is you go to Home Depot and get playground sand. I did that for years. It is a little bit dirty, but again, if you're on a budget and you're still trying to figure all the sand tray stuff out, use that. The good thing is once it kind of gets icky, dump it out and put more in there, and you're out maybe $5. So but once you get into this sand tray world, you'll know that there's lots of different sands that you can use in your room, some that you like, some that you don't. And so I'm gonna give you just 5 different examples, or I'm sorry, not 5, 3, got ahead of myself. 5's for another time. 3 different examples of some of my favorite sands that I use all the time in my practice. So one I wanted to show you guys was Jurassic sand. So this is what I've got here in front of me, and this is Jurassic sand. Jurassic sand is by far the most premium sand that you can get. Jerry, who's a geologist, goes out into the desert and collects all this and has all kinds of new sand all the time. This is actually riverbed sand, so I'm gonna try to show you guys up close kind of what it looks like. So some of our sensory kids really like this, some of the adults, it's maybe a darker color. So it is definitely an option if you want to have a different kind of feel in your sand tray. So again, Jurassic sand, this is one of that, and it is antimicrobial, so it is one of the more germ-friendly options than maybe some of the other cheaper sands. So I have another one that I want to show you, that this kind of sand gets used all the time by the kids who I work with, especially. My adults don't use it as much, but my kids, oh my gosh, this is Sands Alive. So let me see if I can show you a little bit about what this is. It kind of looks like biscuit dough. It is similar to kinetic sand if you've used kinetic sand in the past. It is similar to that, but it's a little more clumpy, and the kids like it because they can build in it even better than kinetic sand. And so you order this, you can get it on Amazon, Play Therapy Supply, but I would not have a sand tray room without the sand if I'm working with kids. Now it is a little bit messy, so you may want to take that into consideration because it's hard to get out of carpet and we have plastic things underneath it, but it's totally worth it because again, my kids love it and they build and build and build and they will ask for this sand. So that is definitely an option if you're working with kids. If you're working with adults, I wouldn't worry about it so much. Now let me show you my favorite sand by far. This is one that everybody seems to go kind of gaga over when they come in to do sand tray trainings with me. So it is the Stardust sand, and it is from, again, Jurassic sand. If you can see, let me see if I can get it closer. You can see, look how pretty it is. A lot of my kids will call it diamond sand. When they come in, the adults are just, they want to run their hands in it. It is recycled glass. There is different, what do you want to say, degrees, different textures that you can get of this Stardust sand from Jurassic sand, but it is amazing. Now it is a little more pricey than your regular sand, but again, if you're doing sand tray all the time like me, it's worth the investment. The only drawback to this Stardust is that because it is so fine, sometimes the miniatures don't stand up as well as in traditional sand. And again, that's okay. You just kind of adjust, and the clients, it's all grist for the mill with them. It really, really is. So if they're getting frustrated because something won't stand up in the sand tray, maybe that's something to talk about. So again, I want you guys to explore your different sand tray options and let us know how you manage the sand issue in your sand tray room and what you love, and maybe some of the more creative options that you have to work with even different populations such as those on the autism spectrum, sensory needs, or even, again, maybe you live somewhere near a beach and they got some really cool sand. So again, we're here to listen to you, and please, 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 please share with us all of your awesome sand tray sands and maybe even displays, and what you found that works and what doesn't. So again, welcome to our Back to the Basics series. And next week we will be talking about miniatures, which we know are some of the most favorite things to do in the Sand Ray world, is talk about and collect miniatures. So make sure you tune in then, and I will see you guys later. Bye.